Hey there, people of the internet world, it's Kibatu. Welcome back to more Let's Play Valkyrie Profile. Nothing smart to say there. I'm kind of thinking, how many days have passed by since she actually started this? I'm not too sure on that one. I don't know how many days go by in periods. Maybe just an hour or so, or I'm not sure. But either way, we're starting off here in our next chapter, and we started off recruiting, what was his name? Llewelyn. There you go. I can't remember his name sometimes. Alrighty, so after we recruited Llewelyn, we unlocked this dungeon over here as well. I think it's Solde Catacombs. But before we go ahead and do that, I think is it this one? No, it's not. We'll go there in a second here. We gotta go back to Artolia. Did we see this part yet? I don't think so. Artolia is a small, weak country. It's a country. Oh, it's a country. Wow. In the center of the continent. Oh, okay. Trapped between their large neighbors, Artolia's people live in constant fear. It has become a major center for mercenaries, aka Arngrim and Badrak. So interesting. But we're going to go ahead and take a visit to Artolia here. So let's go see what this place is looking like. Now, when we visit towns here, Lenneth here is in disguise as just a basic villager. I can go ahead and just go to all these places here, and really, there's really not much has changed if you visit some of these people here. I think they just kind of say the same thing. Well, maybe not. Okay, maybe not. Maybe they do say some things a bit differently. But if I stay here and talk to everybody, I'll be here forever. And they don't really do anything. Nothing really. Visiting towns is it's really pointless. The only reason I wanted to come here, though, and I want to go to Crel Montferrat as well, is that when you recruit new members, occasionally, if you visit certain spots, with the Einherjar in your party as well, we are introduced to certain items that we get. For Arngrim visiting back in his town as such, we get the Dragon Slayer. Dragon Slayer is powerful against dragons. It has no ether coating, so it must have been forged by humans. It has a 5% chance of breaking, but it is a very good weapon to use against dragons, as the name suggests. So there you go. So we probably won't be using that for a while, but it is good to have that weapon on standby, just in case. Because you never know. So we visit Artolia, and before we get to the dungeon, let's go ahead and take a visit to Crel Montferrat. Crel Montferrat, because same reason, believe it or not. Though we haven't been here yet. This is our first time visiting this town as a whole. So let's take a second here and just see what this place is like. You guys look spiffy. Well, this looks like a heated situation here. Good luck, guys. You all may need it. I know that guy in the back probably does. And yes, I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be talking to every single NPC, and I'm going to be showing you all what they all say. So, there you go. Hi there. Nothing to say, buddy? Alright. Good luck to you. Alright, so this is his house. This is Llewelyn's house. Nothing special here. So we continue onward. This place is sort of big. So, yeah. I guess she's not fully over it, which it's gonna take time, yeah, so there we go. As we visit this place once more, though. Notice how Valkyrie here doesn't have a sprite. She didn't have this... The Goddess Pendant. Ooh. She doesn't have this in the intro as well. The intro to this whole game and such. This form here doesn't have a sprite for whatever reason. A portrait, I guess. I'm not sure exactly why, but oh well. Now, the last thing we need to do is visit the Castle Square. Which is just a big square, just kind of empty. Sure, I can use some armor. Really? I'll keep that in mind, good sir. Though, in this game's mechanics, I believe that all that R stuff only does just that. Defense and defend trust. Which, okay, that's a thing. Okay. Alright, well, I don't doubt the guy for a second here, because wearing all that armor and such, you gotta protect all of your body and such in battle and war or whatever. But in this game's mechanics, he just kinda says that just to say that. So there you go. Alright, so I believe we're done here for now, so let's not waste any more time here. Let's go ahead and take a visit to the Solde Catacombs. Travelers who settle here were greeted only by abandoned catacombs. They placed an unk. It's unk? Yeah. They placed an unk on the gate to calm the spirits of the dead, but it has since been removed. Perhaps the work of the undead. Surely, enemies lurk deep in the catacombs' bowels. Well, why don't we go take a look and see exactly what is here in our next dungeon. The Solde Catacombs. The Solde Catacombs here, it is another average dungeon, but, ooh, I want to use that right now. So, okay, so some of these books here, I want to mention this while I got it on my mind here. Also, the Goddess Pendant. Darkness damage to 50, so you reduce darkness damage. That's nice. Attack POW allows characters to learn the skill Attack POW. When they don't... So we see here that they have skills and such whatever. Sometimes they don't have all the skills they need. But we can teach them more skills. So let's teach them Attack POW. Skill Attack POW learned. So now we're able to learn Attack POW. Sweet. Alright, so let's see here. Llewelyn, I want to go ahead and get started on raising your hero value, just so I can get that out of the way. But yes, we're going to be learning there's some skills that you can learn by books. You just gotta go around and search for them. So that's nice. Also, hi, you guys!
To my side, my noble Einherjar. Uh-oh, we may be in trouble.
So remember these guys? Yeah, they came back, and they're not done dealing with us just yet. So, yeah, we're gonna have some fun here. Now, something to note is that these guys, you remember in the first dungeon, these guys are very good against guarding. However, they are not good against guarding magic. There's no way to guard yourself against magic, except for a certain spell. So, if they don't have the spell casted beforehand, you can just simply cast magic and blow them all up. And the good thing about doing that is that magic, when you hit them with a magic attack, they will be left vulnerable. They can't defend themselves otherwise. So let's say we just go and attack this guy. He just kind of leaves himself open so that you can just attack him without having to worry about him guarding himself. So that's another good thing about spellcasters. They just kind of they go through defenses like that, and they have no chance of guarding it. Otherwise, bleeding. You disproved my point, you punk! How dare you! You didn't make me prove my point. Why? Why would you do such a thing? Let's try that again. Again! They're not proving my point! What's going on? Ah, you punks! Maybe they can't defend against Llewelyn's attacks. Hold on. There you go. They can defend. Huh. Maybe they actually can't defend against Llewelyn's attacks. If that's the case, then that's very weird. Archery is like a very easy thing to block. Why is that one not... You know what? One more test here. No! Why? 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 I don't get it!
Well, they were rather annoying.
I don't get it! Ah! Game! I can't say I've seen weirder though. That's not the weirdest thing I've seen. And honestly, I welcome that. Also, we're back here at the entrance, so there you go. So yeah, I welcome that fact that it's a thing. But it's so weird! I don't get it. Ah, well. Maybe I'll figure out as to why. Okay, I really want to have everybody have the counter. No matter who your party member is, they should have a counter. Except for the people you're expecting to send up. You need to get their traits up first, and then you can worry about these things, because it's secondary. But yes, I recommend highly to anybody having counter on first. You'll see why. You'll see why in just a few minutes, I'm sure. Attack power, sure. Sure, let's raise their attack power a little bit. Jalanda. Survival. Because I kind of want you to have more HP, just so you'll be caught up with everybody here. Llewelyn, you'll get your HP up pretty soon here, so no worries about that. Other than that, I really don't think we ran into many different enemies here. Ooh, a short bow. Short bow. What does that do for Llewelyn? Is that weaker? It has a 5% chance of breaking. Made by mere humans, it is not to be relied upon battling against powerful enemies. It has higher attack trust. If anything, I'm gonna use it once, just so I can show off his first 2 attacks, because it's probably one of the few times we're ever gonna actually show him attacking more than permitted. Now I think we have a different enemy here. No, we do not.
We're totally outmatched.
You know what? I'll keep that anyway, because Llewelyn's going to be one of those rare occasions where we're just not going to see him do much. We're just going to send him off as soon as we get the chance. So there you go. So Llewelyn's attacks here. Llewelyn's first 2 attacks, other than that last attack. Yeah, nothing special. Arngrim has gotten so much more powerful! Sure. I'll just poke at you for a second there. So, yeah, there you go. Now you know how Llewelyn attacks. Oh, dang, why didn't I give you the counter? Oh, well. What? You guarded? You guarded? You punk! You punk! How dare you! Ow. Oh, well. Very... I guess it's just as well. Uh-huh. See? Like I said, his arrows are blockable. There you go. Proof. You know what? While I'm thinking about it, if I can do this right...
In the name of
I will say that special is pretty nice. Just make sure that he's like attacking a big opponent. If he's attacking something small, ooh, broadsword. So that's how you get your items. So there you go. If he's attacking like a small enemy here and there, there's a good chance he probably won't get a chance to like show it off. Broadsword, 6% chance of breaking. If it's a drop, then if I can just have him drop more and more of those, we can probably just go ahead and start using those. That'd be nice. I don't think Llewelyn only hit more than once in that third attack of his, so that kind of stinks. What do you say? Destroy all the Guardians. The time for Guardians is over. Transform their resting places. Let us offer burial tools for the dead. Well, that's not grim at all. But if this thing wants us to destroy the Guardians, I'm in no reason not to oblige. That's even right. Wait! Oh, that happened. Alright, so let me backtrack a little bit and go this way, because I think this is a dead end. Yes, it is. And this is the Guardians that they speak of. So they want us to destroy it. So there we go. Ta-da! We're done. Not yet. Not really. You're not really done yet. Just make sure there's nothing up there. I don't think there's anything else up there. Oh, you guys must be the Guardians. Okay. Hiya! Llewelyn may actually have a slight use in this, because that third attack that I told you about, it's still doing a thing. Like, it's still hitting them, and it's not, you know, doing a thing. It's really weird. It's weird to me that I'm finding about this. I'm finding out about this. So yeah, I think Llewelyn is a little more useful than I thought. Also, I was gonna mention something. Alright, so this thing we can move around left and right and such. But, if it's not obvious that's what we need to do, we need to take this, and pull it, or push it, all the way over here, and put it in the thing. 1,000 if any XP. For free! Nice! I know there's a reason that we're doing this. It's not just for EXP. That slab did tell us to kill all the Guardians, and I guess those are the Guardians, so I guess we're gonna go ahead and just do that. We're not supposed to go that way. I just remembered, we're not supposed to go that way. Oh, Llewelyn, you're always of help, whether you think you are or not. Even though I kinda said, you're useless, to go away. Jeez. Alright, so I think we actually transmute these kind of skills as well. Yes! Well, it's not really necessary now. You know what? I'm gonna hold off on that one for just now, because we're gonna get it later anyway. But we'll see why we want that another time. As for now, we learn Avoid, which is your agility. Agility, I don't know what agility does, actually, thinking about it. I'm pretty sure it does something. It has to do something. So, let's raise our hero value here. Okay, not bad. Will we even get to 40? I'm pretty sure it'll get to 40. Maybe if you level him up a little bit, he'll get to 40 easier. Maybe. We'll see. Alright, so another one of these here. I don't think there's anything to the left here. No, there's not. No, there's not. There's no... I should mention this, there's no secret item things in this game as well. So if you don't see it, you don't see it. They do hide it behind bushes though, so don't think it's not going to do that. But there's no invisible items that you need to worry about either, so there you go. Alright, so that's that one. Now we need to go this way. Kill that Guardian. And get some more EXP. and we only get one monster, so we didn't really get that much EXP. Well. Beggars can't be choosers, though. EXP is EXP, so leveling up is leveling up. So there you go. Alright, so there's that. I think you can just take it off, and it won't... Okay, no, keep it on. Keep it on. Just in case. If you are wondering, all the other monsters in here are pretty much the same. The only difference is that we're running into those lizard guys, which, yeah, I don't know if I showed it yet or not, but they use that breath attack-like thing of theirs. That is an unavoidable physical attack. There is no way of blocking it, there's no way of dodging it. If they attack you with it, you're attacked with it. You can't block it, you can't dodge it, you can't do anything about it. So it's not just a breath attack. It's a certain type of attack that you just can't dodge or do anything about once they use it. So if they use it, you're just kind of stuck eating damage. It's rather cool, actually, that Llewelyn's third attack is unblockable. That's rather nice. It's rather nice to know, because again, it's funny to me that no one can like defend themselves from that. It's kind of amazing, especially to guys that are really good at guarding. It's really amazing. It's fun. Broadswords. We brought like 3 of them now. I think we'll hold off for a little longer. I don't think we really need it once we get certain weapons that come available to us. So after we defeat the last Guardian, who doesn't have a platform underneath him. I'm kind of weirded out by that. But with the last Guardian defeated, our doorway is open. And straight into an enemy, of course. I think there's one more enemy in here. Well, a couple more actually. Yep, I saw one over here. Yep, I see you. Don't think I don't see you. And I know you're over here. And a treasure chest. Just casually walk away. Element Scepter? Element Scepter! We'll save that for another time. We're not going to use it this time. We don't really need it anymore, really. I wanted to show it off on the first part there, just so that we can show it off. That's all I really did that for. Let's buy 3 more, just so I have an even number here. And I think we're good. Other than that, everyone leveled up, so why don't we just go ahead and raise some more things here. Like... oh, I don't know. Lennis, you could probably get some more HP. Orngren, you could probably get some more HP as well. Jolanda, let's raise your fight. Just so you can keep up with everybody else that needs a thing. Yeah, why don't we raise your traits a few? Just so we'll have something for you here. Something going for you. Arngrim, we could probably do the same for you. Just to get started on them and just to have them, like, get going here. I think we're set. Yep, I think we're set and good to go here. Actually, what's that 1 HP energy look like? You could probably use one. You could probably use one. I'll give you one because your HP is like ridiculously low. Alright, so with that said, we're on our way straight into the next boss. So let's not waste any time.
trouble.
Well, we may be in trouble here indeed. So we have ourselves this monkey here, which we can just go ahead and attack and he'll be done with. But while we're attacking this guy, and we block his attacks, those mages in the back, they're gonna kill us. They're gonna kill us really good. Like, really good. So, the idea behind this fight is that you need to focus on the mages so that you can actually get by and not horribly die. So, here's what we're gonna do. For Lenneth here, we're gonna go ahead and switch herself out to... why don't we switch it to the short bow? I think she can go ahead and make do with that. Arngrim, you can use a Union Plum on Llewelyn, just so that we can bring him back, and hopefully they won't kill him. Friggin' shaman. And Jolanda, why don't you just go ahead and Firestorm him? Just so we'll have a start on their HP. This does mean that Arngrim is kinda sorta useless. Oh, you punks. This does mean that Arngrim is kinda sorta pointless in this sense. But with Lenneth here using the short bow, I think short bow? She can just kinda attack and be done with them. So, we're good there. Now, Union Plum again, because I don't want Llewelyn to stay dead with this. I think if you stay dead, you just don't get any You punk!
I don't want to die again.
Alright, you know what? Eat it. Now, one more time, a Union Plum. Llewelyn, stay alive, for God's sake! And Jolanda, why don't you heal everybody, just so we can keep this in our field of the battle. There we go. Okay, now Lenneth, I want you to go back to the Antler Sword. Yes, Antler Sword. Because I don't want you to use that weapon and somehow it breaks on you. I do not want that happening. No thank you. Alright, so now with that said, we can focus on this guy. He's just a very tanky monkey. And with him alone, though, he's relatively weak in physical attacks. So we can just go ahead and just start wailing on him, and he'll go down relatively easy. So all this guy is, he's just a buff, regular enemy. There's nothing special about him. His physical attacks is weak, as Arngrim puts it. Nice. Ah, jeez. Okay. Okay. Those gems there. I've been meaning to show those gems off and explain them like in detail. Those gems there. Those gems. You notice how Jolanda had maybe one or more. I think she had like one. So next turn she was going to get her turn anyway. But you notice how they went straight to Jolanda. Jolanda was the only one that had a charge turn effect on her. When those gems actually land on a person, for each one they land on her, they take away a charge turn. So, say that Llewelyn had like 5 charge turns on him, so he couldn't use his special attack for 5 turns. If 5 of those gems hit him, and he gets hit for 5 of those gems, he'll have his special ready next turn. So, you kind of want to attack the monster like multiple times and like multiple hits and such, because that's what makes those kind of gems drop, as well as the magic gems. The magic gems, when they drop, they add, I want to say, a 5% EXP boost for each one you gain. Maybe a 10%. I'm pretty sure it's a 5%. So whenever you have magic gems, you kind of, or I should say, whenever you have an enemy on the field that's bulky and whatever, you kind of want to have everybody attack it at once, so that you can have a better chance of dropping more gems. So if you attack Jolanda, Llewelyn, and then that, there we go. You also make the enemy drop items as well. So that's a kind of a nice thing about it. It didn't go to Jolanda. Those purple gems that hit people, that's That's kind of sort of influential in the sense of you can actually kind of make it choose who it goes to, but it doesn't work all the time. Kind of like how the Master Ball effect kind of works on Pokemon. It should work in theory, but there's kind of some proof that it doesn't. So, oh well. Mandrake. I don't think we have that one of those. If we do, then it's just another one. No, we do not. Mandrake. Plant when it resembles the face of a woman. Oh, a Mandragora. Oh, right. That transmutes to... Ooh, a Thunder Crystal. I do want that. Okay, so... And items that you will normally get are crystals and gems. Which... This turns into Thunder Gem. Gems and crystals are your usable items that are... essentially your spells... Your consumable spells. So if we use a Thunder Crystal here, we use the... All Thunder attack. The electric attack that targets all units. So these are kind of nice, but these crystals are only effective for offensive spells. So if you try to use it... let me see here. If you try to use it in battle, it'll be a consumable and it'll go away, like, really quickly. So, yeah. It's kind of nice to have, and when you transmute the crystal, it'll transform into a different crystal. So, if you want to have, like, ice crystal instead, you transmute it until it gets to the ice crystal, and there you go. And same thing for the gems. Now, elemental scepters, they transform into Tome of Alchemy. Those items are very nice. Maybe we'll show those off when we get the chance. Maybe not. I'm not sure if we want to use those or not. But I'll just save those for later, just so we'll have like one of those scepters in play. Alright, I think we're good. Other than using Llewelyn's Sting to raise his hero value. Aha! He just turned 41. So Llewelyn, I don't know how you pronounce his name. Llewelyn is able to be sent up to Asgard now. You can send people to Asgard whenever. You do not have to wait a certain amount of time, and you don't have to send them up immediately. You just have to make sure they're ready, they have their equipment, they're good to go, and they won't die when they're sent. So, that's nice. That's really nice. Now, we have ourselves our 3 treasures. Our first being the Secret of Damascus. Damascus? Haha, it's mine now! Crown of Felmar, yeah, that's nice. It's mine! And our last item, the Emerald Necklace. Emerald Necklace, I believe, is a pretty nice item. Let's go ahead and keep that too. We earn ourselves 10,000 event EXP. So, if we take a look at our EXP org now, we have 24,500 EXP to give to somebody. So that's kind of nice. Now let's take a look at these 3 items here. So we just got the Emerald Necklace, increases capacity points? Capacity points. Increases capacity points by 100 when wearer levels up. This item, this is what you want to have equipped to somebody when you want to raise their stats. So if we equip it to Llewelyn and raise him up a level, he will gain an extra 100 capacity points so that he can have more points to use to raise his traits or to have some skills ready. I'll give yourself a counter as well, just so you have something nice. So yeah, that's a really, really good item to have for a start. And I'm glad we got that at the start of this whole thing. So the Crown of Felmar, 2 defense, 1 defense. It resists darkness by 50%, which is good, I guess. And the book contains secrets for creating Damascus steel. This one you can just kind of transmute into a fairy earring or convert to 1,000 points. Honestly, you don't... If you actually choose it from this menu here, you can actually go ahead and send it to Odin. So if you like kept an item on accident and whatever, and you just need to raise your evaluation up a bit, you can just send those. But some of these items, they're just used for either transmuting into a different item or being converted into a better item. Or not better item, but like converted into points. So yeah, I think we're pretty set with that. Is there anything else I really need to do? I don't think there is. Other than, if you look at the thing here, we notice that the blue orb's around. So, there is another treasure chest here. Use that, right away. Magic Pow! Oh, why did we not get this, like, in the middle of the dungeon? Why? Why did we not get this? Ah, game. You stink. Also, it's still here. I believe. Yep. So grab this, run away. Yeah, I kinda ran that wrong, but oh well. Excuse it and get over there. Frigid Damsel. Frigid Damsel is our first single ice attack. So we have our first ice move now. Nice. We may save that for Jalanda later if we run into enemies that are weak to ice. I don't think there's an enemy that is. I could be wrong about that. Well, not yet. There are enemies that are weak to ice. There are enemies that are weak to all sorts of elements and such, but we won't run into those until later. Now, with that said, I think I'm going to keep Llewelyn in our party for a little longer. Just so we can train him up just a little bit more, and maybe just have his hero value up just a little more. I think he only gets up to goes up 2 hero value whenever he levels up. So if you're gonna like send him up a high hero value, you probably have to send him up with like a level 10, level 15 to get him up. So I'm not gonna do that. I just want him to have more than 41, because it's necessary for him to have 40, but I like to send my people over prepared so that they won't have to worry about themselves dying anytime soon, you know? I want my Einherjar to live when they go up there and are fighting for their lives, and they're about to, like, fight at the end of the world. So, I kinda want to make sure they're good. But, with that said, I think we are done for today. So, our second dungeon went off rather well, actually. I'm kind of surprised. Not really. I kind of expected it to run well, because it's a relatively easy dungeon. And you really run into only one new enemy, and with Llewelyn's third attack, you just kind of kill everything! You don't even have to worry about, like, them guarding or anything. They are good guard guys, but apparently Llewelyn's attack just kind of pierces their defenses. Llewelyn, you kind of went up a couple of points. Awesome job, guy. Awesome job. But with that said, we'll just go ahead and just end it here, and I guess we'll explore more of this place next time. So with that said, Skibatu. And until we continue our job as the Battle Maiden, Death Goddess, Goddess of Time, Goddess of Destiny, until we return to our job, goodbye to you. Laters!